afternoon, everyone. How are you today?
Good.
Are you all excited?
Yes.
Oh, that's scary. Great, fantastic. Okay, as Mr. Kelly was talking to you about some of the things we are looking at and what you can do, what we need to do is basically put a cover over the electronics, but turn it into what? What was our original idea? You had your hand up first, Cara.
A shell? No.
What was? Forgot? Peter?
A robot bug.
A robot bug. So why don't we keep along with the theory of a mini beast or a bug? Yeah. Now, the idea is we need a shell to go over each of the robots. And I want you to have a go at coming up with everyone, each making your own design that you want to go to. So you'll be working in pairs, but not working in pairs, because each person will have their own design. Yep. Now the material that we're going to use, it's a piece of plastic, okay? And it's fairly thin. And it's a bit floppy, isn't it? The idea of the shell is, one, to protect it, okay? Now, there's a, yes, Peter?
Are we going to color it in?
Well, that's another thing too. One of the things you'll be able to do is you can paint the inside of it or paint the outside of it, okay? So there's different effects that you get with painting the inside and outside. And probably we'll be using a water-based paint, okay? So there's colours. So colours, I just did something there. What did I do with that piece of plastic to change it? Ready? Bend it, and I've created a shell, not quite a shell. Yes, Daisy?
Some sort of like arch.
An arch. What's another name for that apart from an arch? Yes?
A shield.
Sorry, a shield.
Semicircle.
Semicircle. How about, now I forgot what I was going to call it. Because we're talking about colours, and remember we were using SketchUp, we were dealing with round, rectangles, they're called, Daisy?
A shape.
Shapes, yeah! Right, so the limits that you're going to have, it's going to be colour, shapes, so you can create any shape, and I'll show you what we can do about shapes, maybe a bit of texture, and I'll show you how to put a bit of texture in this, yeah? Now the biggest problem with this is we need to attach it to the robot. There are going to be two spots that you're going to attach it. At the front there are two screws, yeah? And at the back, there are two screws at the back, yeah? So the things that are going to control you and what you're making, so if I just push the switch aside for a minute, we'll talk about that later, so we'll bring it out down there. So what's happened is, that part of the plastic has to come down. We're going to put two holes in there so we can attach it there, yeah?
Yeah.
The front of it will need to have a flap that actually comes down to where those two screws are, and we'll put two holes in there and we'll attach it there. So it'll need to have a flap at the front and flap at the back. What goes in between is up to you and your design. Yep.
Yep.
The other thing we can do with it is, if we get the plastic there, what's wrong with it? Daisy?
It's very sort of flimsy.
Flimsy. Yeah. Okay. If you can put your hands up, that'll be good so I can know who's going to answer the question. Yep. So it is flimsy. So how do we make that so it is not flimsy? Peter?
Do you add something solid?
Add something solid to it. I'd like to keep it all in the plastic. Okay? So with your designs, I want you to use the plastic so you can work with it. Yeah? Now, I've got two pieces here that I've joined together with a bit of glue. Right? Okay, it's like super glue, but it's not quite. It's a plastic glue, and it's quite strong. that is starting to make it a bit stronger, yeah? So that's creating a layer. So we can add layers to it, yeah?
Yep.
What else gives strength to, whether it's paper or plastic, sheet plastic like that?
Folding it.
Folding it. Right. Now, what we got here is a piece of wire that just jumped out of my pocket. Oh no, my hook. Right, so you've got a shape there. Can we, I'll move the chair out of there. So there's a shape there, isn't it? Now if I hold that and it's glued down at the, where my fingers are, so what's happened? Yes, Bria.
It's not frozen anymore because then you put layers over the top of it.
Well, it's not a layer.
But
Yes.
Is it when you put weight on top of it?
Well, there's the weight that makes it whether how flimsy it's not, but what's actually happened, Daisy?
It's because you're holding your fingers down on the sides, and if you weren't having your fingers there, that it could move, but because you've got your fingers there, it won't move.
I'm holding it down on fingers on the side, right? I'll hold it on the side. Okay, that's floppy, isn't it? So what did I do to that to speed up?
You make it stand up a bit.
Made it stand up a bit. Yes, Daisy.
You folded it?
Made a shape out of it, folded it. Okay, to do that, I can get a piece and I can fold it like that, and it might, that, there, and if we imagine that's glued on the sides down at the bottom, that's there. But that's a very sharp fold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's folding. What do you think I used to get that shape, Kyra?
A pencil?
No, not quite. Daisy?
Could you have used your finger, put it under it, and sort of like wrapped it around and hold it there?
Yeah, but okay, so if I put it around my finger there and hold it there, okay, there it is there, and then I let it go. It's not that shape. Corey?
That?
That. What is that?
I don't know.
Peter?
Is it a hairdryer?
It's pretty close. It is a supercharged hairdryer, alright? If you're going to use this, you're going to have to hold it out here somewhere to dry your hair, otherwise you'll end up with very frizzy hair. Alright? That's what I used for the beard. No. Okay, so it's called a heat gun. It produces heat. It has settings and it has a fan in it and it blows hot air out. Okay? And that gets very hot, the middle part. The air itself gets hot, depending on how close you get to the nozzle and how far you're away. And also there are settings. We can change the heat settings. Yeah. So if I get a piece of plastic and I heat it up, okay, now if I heat that up, see how it's going all floppy? Yeah. And now I need to do that quickly, and I need to have that there, and if I push that down there like that and I hold that flat, and it's cooling down, and if I'm lucky enough I can bend it up a bit. Okay, see how now it's nice and flat? Well, there's a bit of a dimple there where I was a bit too slow, so we get rid of the dimples, right? So there's some things that you can do with it, yeah, to do it. Now the other thing I was going to show you is beetles have a shell, don't they?
Yep.
And long hair, and they play music. No,
Yes.
that's the other one. Right. Yeah. Okay, beetles have a shell. Yeah. What did you say about the shell? Yes, Daisy.
It sort of protects their body.
Protects their body. Right. It's got to be strong. Yes, Corey.
It's strong.
It's strong. Okay, so we make a shape to make it strong.
It's curved to cover up the body.
It's curved, yeah. What else have you know if you really look closely into the shell? Yes?
It's sort of, it can be sections.
Sections, yes.
Like there's like little shapes and lines.
Shapes or lines? Yeah, it's like a texture, isn't it? Yeah?
If you run your hands over it, guys, or your finger, do you feel like it has a
Smooth.
feel? Is it smooth or is it a little bit bumpy as you run your hand over it?
Yes,
What's the
bumpy.
feel?
bumpy. Yeah. Okay. Right. So if I heat this up, and I'll have to heat up yours again on there. And notice that I'm moving it around because what I'm doing is spreading the heat around. Notice I've got my super gloves on. Yeah? Sorry? Well, let's see what happens. This is where we need 2 people.
Do you want me to help?
I think what I'm trying to do may come out. Alright, so we come up with that, but we didn't quite come up with what I want to do. Now, what I might do is give it a bit more heat. We'll go 2.5.
How hot can you come?
Now, I need a person who can come over here, and what I'll do is I'll hand it to them like that, and they grab the handle. Yep. So I need a pretty assistant. Oh, what do you get?
Do I need that? I don't need that.
No. So, okay, so we heat that up. Oh, nothing too. I'm heating that up. That shape is gone, hasn't it? Plastic has what they call memory. When you heat it up, it goes back to its original shape. That's called memory. Okay, there you go. Put that there. And if I push that down really tight, and it should, if I'm lucky, and if I was quick enough. Well, it's more showing that.
I can just about see it in there.
Yeah, just a bit. Right. So if you have a look at that, you can feel. Okay, you might see just nearly the shape of the head. Right. So what? That's something we need to practice. If you want to make a shape, we need to do something to create that shape.
How hot's the air coming out?
How hot's the air?
About the same as a hairdryer, but depending on how close you hold it and for how long you hold it on.
To get this soft, it's around about 75 degrees C. So, how hot's boiling water?
100 degrees.
100 degrees C. So it's not quite as hot as boiling water. Okay. Is it hot?
No.
Oh. Okay. Right. Right. Now, I think of.
Do you understand basically what that is doing though, guys?
Yeah,
Do you see how, I mean, it's not going to be an exact replica or copy because we'd all be making plastic money and then going down to McDonald's and buying hamburgers, yeah.
Well,
but it's a pretty, you can tell that that was a 50-cent piece that was under that, can't you? You can see that it was that shape.
Yep. Yeah. Question.
So with the heat, it's technically melting the plastic to a shape that you want.
It's softening the plastic,
So you can stay with it.
and then you can shape it to what you want.
And as it cools down, it then stays in that.
And stays in that shape. And if we reheat it up again, because plastic